Thanks so much. 21 minutes past 7. Some children in Yorkshire are breathing in pollution equivalent to a packet of cigarettes every week while they're on the school run.
The results of a study by the University of Sheffield has prompted the former government chief scientific advisor, that's Professor Sir David King, to say there needs to be quicker action to replace diesel and petrol cars with electric ones. Well, Lakshmi Gopal is in Sheffield for us this morning on a busy roundabout. Good morning.
Good morning, that's right. I'm at Hunters Bar roundabout, which is one of the most congested parts of Sheffield. In about an hour's time, hundreds of school children will be travelling across the roundabout, either by car or on foot, to get to their school over there behind me. And they'll be breathing in all these fumes and pollution. And now, in a study that's the first of its kind, carried out by academics here in Sheffield, they've looked at just how much air pollution children are facing on the school run. Ready to go? Another day, another school run. And it's children, their lungs still developing, who are particularly at risk from air pollution and diseases linked to it. Now, academics in Sheffield have analysed pollution levels on the school run by giving 45 families a monitoring device.
Green means it's good, yellow means it's quite pollutional, red means it's bad, and purple means it's very bad.
The studies found that in the worst cases, children are exposed to pollutants the equivalent of smoking 17.5 cigarettes a week, which they've calculated by comparing the number of deaths caused by smoking and by air pollution. The families have been troubled by the results.
It did kind of keep me awake at night. Sometimes I did wake up and I was really concerned. You know, I spoke to my husband about whether we should move house.
But are some means of travel worse than others? We experimented. 3 neighbouring families going to the same school in 3 different ways to see which has the most exposure to air pollution: cycling, driving or walking. Time to guess which was worst.
Walking! Cycling! Walking!
Before the results reveal all.
So in this experiment we find that the air pollution concentration inside the cars are the worst, followed by walking and then cycling.
I'm quite surprised by the result actually. I would have thought that in the car you would have a bit more protection.
Cars have a grille at the front, air comes in, trapping exhaust from cars in front of it into this toxic box that is the car. The government has let down children in the country, and it's let them down very badly, because what we need is to speed up this transition to electric vehicles.
The government is working across departments to tackle this really important issue. And don't forget that we are the first government to set net zero emissions by 2050. That's groundbreaking. And our clean air strategy has been termed groundbreaking by the WHO. So we're definitely on the right track.
Sheffield City Council says it's working to reduce air pollution with measures including a clean air zone, investing in greener vehicles and discouraging drivers from idling outside schools with their engines running. But for these parents and their children's young lungs, cleaner air can't come soon enough. Now I'm joined by one of the families featured in that report. Good morning.
Hello.
Now if we start with Mum Mari, how much of a concern is air pollution to you?
It's a real concern. I mean, obviously we're already an hour before school drop-off, and as you can see there's a lot of traffic on the road, and this will only be increasing by the time it's time to walk down to school. And the school just being on the corner of 2 main roads, the kids are obviously exposed to that pollution, not just when they're walking to school but also during break and lunchtime, so it's a real concern.
What do you make of the statistic that on some routes it can be as bad for children as smoking nearly a packet of cigarettes a week?
Well, I think that's a horrifying fact, really. I mean, obviously it's got implications for the health both now and long term, and I think that's a really worrying fact for everybody.
10-year-old Megan, now you say your school is doing some things to tackle air pollution.
Yeah, Hunters Bar Infant and Junior School are both growing some plants to reduce the pollution getting into the playground.
And that is a necessary thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now 8-year-old Isla, how bad is it for you when you walk to school? How bad is the traffic and pollution?
Well, it's quite bad because no one's walking to school yet, and it gets worse through the day. So by the time we walk to school, it's there's a lot more cars than this.
Absolutely, and it gets a lot worse, doesn't it? Mari, finally, you know, the government is saying that it's doing a lot of things. It's helping, investing in greener vehicles and in clean air strategies. Do you think that's enough, briefly?
No, I think there needs to be more done. from a personal level up to government level in terms of thinking about when you're using your car, turning your engine off, and having traffic calming areas around schools.
Right, Mari and family, thank you very much. Well, we'll leave you now here with the traffic building up. As I said, it gets a lot worse later from here at Hunters Bar in Sheffield.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Yeah, back with you a little bit later. Thank you so much. We're not back later. Thank you very much. Still to come on